Hey everyone, welcome to pregnancy week 14 and 15. I will be 16 weeks pregnant on Thursday. It has been a very eventful couple of weeks. I will first start off with symptoms. The nausea has definitely gone away, which is definitely good. I have still experienced some sore breasts, but nothing too severe or anything like that, just a little bit of an annoying pain. I'm still pretty tired. I still haven't gotten that second trimester energy kick yet. I'm still waiting on it, but it's been kind of hard for it to come back just because of the fact I was sick, and so that hasn't helped any. I'm using the little girls' room a lot more often. It's like a sudden urge, and I'm waking up at least 3 to 4 times a night to use the restroom, and mainly that's because I drink most of my water. Like, I probably drink around 40 ounces, like, after 5 p.m. I usually am really, really super thirsty at night. So I think that has a lot to do with why I wake up in the middle of the night to pee. Trying to think what else. I've had some stretchy pains, some round ligament pains, a little cramping, but nothing to be worried about. I also started feeling movement. I thought I was feeling movement about a couple weeks ago, and for sure I'm feeling it. And it's only in different spots, because sometimes I sit on the couch with my leg up, and I can kind of feel like the baby's, moving around, and that's kind of where I can feel the baby the most. Still picking the baby up on the Doppler. The heart rate's always between 160 and 170. Baby moves a lot, so it's kind of hard to stay on the heartbeat. I'm trying to think what else. Cravings, food cravings. It's been sweet stuff like gummy worms, Sour Patch Kids, sour gummy worms. I'm just addicted to cereal, like honeycomb and Frosted Flakes, or I could just sit there and eat that all day long. And pasta. Like, I am just on this spaghetti kick. I just need to have some spaghetti meat sauce, and I'm good to go. I'm not really avoiding any foods, really. I mean, sometimes food doesn't sound appetizing to me, or I'll be really, really super hungry, and then once when I start eating the food, I'm like, okay, this is not going down right or anything like that. So, yeah. So I've had a few meals like that where I just start eating and I'm really super hungry, and it's not something that I want to finish eating, and so I usually just then turn to a bowl of like Frosted Flakes or something. I have about 4 weeks until our big gender scan. I'm really excited about that. I think I've mentioned in a previous video that we're going to do a gender reveal party. However, that might be put on the back burner, and I'll kind of tell you why here. Actually, I can do it right now. I told you the past couple weeks have been eventful. Last Tuesday, I got diagnosed with strep throat. I haven't been sick in a very long time. I have not been on antibiotics since I was in college, and I'm 29 years old, so it's been a long time since I've been sick. I have never been sick during a pregnancy, so this is new territory for me. It kind of stunk because I don't like taking a lot of medicines in pregnancy, especially antibiotics, but when it comes to strep throat, like, I kind of needed to take them because it can become a blood infection and you can get rheumatic fever, and it can kind of turn into something not so good. So I've been on 10 days of penicillin. I've been trying to avoid the Tylenol. I was avoiding the Tylenol at all costs. The only time I took Tylenol was when my fever did peak over 100, and then I would just take 2 of them just to bring it down, because we're not supposed to let our temperature go over 101. So after I started taking the antibiotics, I felt like a new person 24 hours later. Excuse me. I'm still taking the antibiotics. And then on Saturday, my family was involved in a motor vehicle accident. It was scary because we were going about 65 miles an hour, and it wasn't our fault. We were just driving to my son's soccer game, and we were on a 4-lane highway, and there was this car on our right that was kind of smoking, and so my husband's like, well, are they burning oil? What is that? And I'm like, I don't know. It looks like it's coming from their tailpipe. And so we're getting closer to their car, and so here's our car, and it's let me see if I can try and tell you. So this is their car and this is our van. And we get right here and my husband goes, that's not a tailpipe, that's a top. And then they go lose control and they hit us kind of on the front passenger side. So of course we swing into the median and my husband does a really good job controlling the van. It was a very scary, it seemed like forever ride, and I'm kind of getting shaky talking about it. And we finally got the van. Of course, the airbags, both of mine and my husband's airbags deployed. So smoke was filling the entire van. And first of all, I thought that was like an engine fire or something. So I like got out of the car as fast as I could, got the boys, you know, and then I kind of fell to the grass and kind of just, I don't know, just cried. And I was just hysterical. And I forgot, I'm like, oh crap, I'm pregnant too. Like, and I started cramping a little bit. And of course, someone called 911. None of the boys had any bumps, no bruises. They weren't even crying. I don't know. God was with us that day. I really highly suggest anyone to keep their kids rear-facing as long as they can. Patrick's head didn't hardly move at all. Like, he was fine. William, who's 4, he is 40 pounds and 41 inches tall. He is still in a 5-point harness. In fact, he's in the Britax, is it the Frontier, or I don't remember the name of it, but it's the toddler booster that goes from, a 5-point harness to a booster chair, and they can actually be in the 5-point harness until they're 65 or 70 pounds. So he was in that, and I don't know. And we have a 2011 Honda Odyssey, and that, I don't know. I just think we were very safe. We were very well protected. My husband's a good driver. The people in the other car, one person only had a bloody nose. It was like a 1990s Acura or something like that. So no one was really seriously hurt. I was cramping, of course. Someone did call 911. The paramedics came over to us after because they realized we had children, and then someone mentioned that I was pregnant, and I told them that I was. They said, well, how far are you? And I said, I'm about 15 weeks. I'm cramping, and that's what my only complaint was, that I was cramping. But they said that I needed to be seen as a precaution because I'm expecting. So, of course, and I don't know why they did this. I mean, I had no complaints of any head injury or trauma or anything. Maybe just a little whiplash, but I don't even remember my head hitting the airbag. Like, I don't remember anything. And they're like, well, we have to backboard you and put a neck brace on. I'm like, really? Is this necessary? And of course, I just thought it was, just protocol. I guess they have to transfer all accident patients like that maybe. So I'm a little bit more anxious and still kind of crampy. I'm hoping everything's fine with the baby. We all know that my husband and my kids were fine. The other people in the other car were fine. And so I was taken to the emergency room where I was given a CAT scan against my will. I did not want to have a CAT scan because I'm pregnant and it's radiation and it's something I did not want. But I was forced. I don't know why I was forced to have a CAT scan. I was not complaining of any head trauma or anything. Like, the reason I was in there, which I thought the reason I was in there, is to make sure the baby was fine, which it took about 20 to 30 minutes to find the heartbeat. Well, they couldn't find it because they were looking at like absurd places, like down near my pelvic bone. I'm like, that's not where the baby is. I have a Doppler at home. This is where baby is. Would not listen to me. Finally, they brought an ultrasound. I didn't even get to see the baby. My husband did. Baby was fine. Baby's heart. I don't know how fast the heartbeat was or anything. I don't know anything. All I know is I was stuck in this neck brace on my back, couldn't move for like 4.5 hours until I could get a CAT scan. And like I said, I tried to refuse, but they would not let me, which I don't know why. And of course, then I waited another 40 minutes until I got those results back, and then everything was fine. Very traumatizing. It took a lot for me to get into a car today. It's something I would never wish on anyone to experience ever. I mean, going that fast and being involved in a car accident, I thought, like, literally saw my life flash before my eyes. I didn't know how this was going to end. Like, part of me thought our van was going to turn over the way it went to the median. I'm like, we're going to flip. I was prepared for that. Like, it was just very scary. So yeah, so with all of the stuff going on with that, like, I just don't see us right now, because like we're still waiting on an estimate. Like, we're thinking it's between like $10,000 to $15,000 in damage. But we're still waiting. We still had to pay we still have to pay our deductible out of pocket, and our rental out of pocket until And then of course we'll get reimbursed because it was not our fault. It was the other car's fault. So it's just a lot of money that I was trying to save for this party because, I seriously was going to go all out, but we just got to save it and keep it just so it can pay for all of those expenses and everything like that. So it's been a very eventful couple weeks, and it's kind of stinks because it's been such a beautiful, like the weather has been beautiful, like to be outside and to go to fall festivals and pumpkin patches, and I got sick, so I wasn't able to do hardly anything. And then the accident on Saturday, my William didn't even get to finish his last soccer game. And so it's been a very emotional, very eventful couple weeks. And I'm just really glad everything's great with the baby. Like I said, I could care less about myself in the heat of the accident. It was like all my babies. It was William and Patrick. It was my husband. It was this baby. And I could care less about me. So, but anyway, it just shows you how important car seats are and how important it is that your kids are properly restrained. Because I know there's some kids that are William's age that are already in just a booster and just a normal seatbelt. Now, if that was William, he would not have been in that seat after this accident. Like, he would have been on the floor somewhere else. So I just cannot strongly encourage you guys, if they can be in a 5-point harness and, even though they're the correct weight or the height limit for something else, keep them in the 5-point harness. So that's just, I don't know. I'm preaching to the choir right now, I know. But it's just from my personal experiences. So I'm kind of rambling. I'm kind of going long too. Well, I'm not. But besides all of that, there really isn't anything. I have a prenatal appointment on Thursday. I'm kind of hoping they do an ultrasound just because I didn't get to see the baby on Saturday. So I'm kind of just wanting it for more reassurance. If they can peek at the gender, then that would be cool because it's probably another boy. So, you can definitely tell if it has a little wee or not. But besides that, everything's been good. It's pretty much not really as much pregnancy related as I thought it was going to be, but I thought I had to come on now and do this video. Otherwise, I wasn't going to do it at all until next week. So I kind of had to force myself to do it. But I'll go ahead and do a belly shot real fast. This is all 15 weeks and 5 days. 15, yeah. I want to say that. And then this is from the front. So, I know if I was skinnier, it probably wouldn't look so bad, but, just, I love my food, I guess. But anyway, I'm probably forgetting lots of things, and I apologize, but my mind has just been everywhere. So, anyway, I will see you guys. Hopefully, like I said, I was hoping to do a weekly video like last Tuesday, but then I got sick. So, I'll definitely get on here next week and let you guys know how my prenatal appointment went. And heck, if I find out the gender on Thursday, I will definitely come do a video and tell you guys everything. So, anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys at week 16. Bye.